Okay guys, we are in Unit 5, Day 3, Multiplying Polynomials, and our essential question is going to be, how do we multiply polynomials? What method do we use to multiply two binomials? And just so that way we're all on the same page, these are the notes that you need to be on. They obviously Unit 5, Day 3, Multiplying. It looks just like this, so make sure you're on the right page. And go ahead and make sure that you're filling out the essential question, and when you're done we can move on. So, multiplying polynomials. Multiplying polynomials means that you need to use the distribution property. If you remember in the last video, we had to distribute the negative to the polynomial that followed after it. You're going to be doing a lot more of that. Remember to distribute every term in one polynomial to every term in the other polynomial. So we're sharing. Sharing is caring. So example 1, when we're distributing the polynomials, is we are going to do the product review. So example 1, when we're doing the distributive property, is going to be right here. We have x and then, so example 1, we're with the So with example 1, we have a 3, x and an x plus 1, and we have an x and an x plus 1. So we're going to see how these two terms will affect each other. So first, we're going to take the 3 and we're going to apply it to the x, and we're going to have 3x. We go ahead and we do that to the 1, and that gives us 3. So, and the other one, we're going to take the x and apply it, and we're going to have x squared. And then we are going to take that and apply it to the 1, and that gives us x. The reason that it's going to be x squared is because it's x times itself. So it becomes an exponent. And because we don't know what this term is, we are going to leave it as it is and give it an exponent. If this was 3 times 3, it would be 9. But since we don't know what x is, we just say it's going to be 2 squared. So let's take a look at example 2. I want you guys to see if you can do this on your own. Remember, we're taking the terms that are on the outside, and we're going to apply it to everything that is on the inside. So pause the video, see if you can do it on your own. Please do it in pencil in case you have to correct. And we'll go ahead and we'll take a look at the first one. We're going to apply the 7 to the negative 5v and to the 8. And if we did our math correctly, we should have gotten negative 35v minus 56. And that makes sense because 7 times 5 is going to be 35. It's still going to be negative, and we don't know what the v is, so we just bring it along for the ride. And then right here, 7 times 8 is 56, and because it's negative, it is a minus 56. Here with the 2x, we are going to see something a little different. I'll show you. So we apply that to everything that's inside, and we're going to have negative 4x squared, because what's going to happen is it's going to be the 2 times itself and then the x times itself to be square. Again, remember what I said on the previous slide, we don't know what x is, so instead of timesing it by itself like we did with the 2, we just square it. Also see that this negative is right here, which is why it is a negative 4x squared. Next, we went ahead and we applied the 2x to the negative 3 right here, and we got minus 6x. So polynomials, this will be fun. So we're going to take every term here, the red, the yellow, and the green, we're going to apply it to everything that's in the one next to it. Fun times here. So let's go ahead and start with the red one. It's going to give us, because again we have our x right here, but it doesn't have a coefficient, so we go ahead and leave the 2. And it's x to the square times x. That gives us 3 x's, so it's x to the cube, like so. And then we're going to go ahead and apply the 2x squared to the 5, which is going to give us, can you guess? You said something involving 10, you're right. So it's minus 10x squared. And then we're going to go ahead and move on to the yellow. So that's going to be 3x times x. That's probably going to be something involving a square, and that's going to be 3x squared. And then we're going to go ahead and take that 3x and apply it to the 5. If you're saying something along the lines of 15, you're right. So that's minus 15x because there is a minus sign right here. And then we're going to go ahead and look at the constant that's right here. So we're going to apply the constant to the x. We're going to apply it then after that to the 5, and this is what we're going to have. But wait, there's more. We're not done yet. We have to then combine like terms. So that's a like term, that's a like term, this is a like term, and that is also a like term. These two are like each other, these two are also like each other. And that gives us 2x to the 3rd minus 7x squared minus 14x minus 5. Remember, you have to pay attention to your signs, so that way we can get the correct answer. Well, let's go ahead and move on. We have a lot of slides today, I'm really sorry. Example 4, practice on your own, see if you can do it. And let's see how you did. So we're going to go ahead and apply all of that over. So that becomes 14, 28, yep, that makes sense. Then we're going to go ahead and apply the 6r. That's probably going to be involving an r square. 2 times 6 is 12, so 12r squared. Go ahead and do that with the 4. I'm suspecting something with 24 in it. Yep, 24r. And we're almost done. We're going to move with our minus 6 constant, if it will let me. And let's see, that's going to be 12r, and then that's going to be 24. Yep. And then again, we have to combine like terms. Identify the like terms real quick on your paper real quick. And we'll do that. And our final answer should be 14r cubed minus 14r squared plus 12r plus 24. If you get stuck on any of this, please go ahead, stop the video, come grab me, and let me re-explain it to you. Alright, example 5, we're going to practice on our own. We are going to take all these terms right here in the polynomial, and we're going to apply it to the binomial. Alright, and our final answer should have been 2n cubed plus 8n squared minus 32n plus 16. We're going to do that again with the polynomial on the polynomial. So again, we're going to take this term and apply it to everything that is on the inside. So see if you can do that on your own real quick. And let's see how you did. So let's see, 42n to the 4th minus 6n cubed minus 101n squared plus 25. Alright, there's a thing, it's called the FOIL method. And just to let you guys know, on your notes, we are currently on this page right here. It says the FOIL method. So I just want to make sure I'm reading this right. Alright, so sometimes when you multiply two binomials, you can use the acronym FOIL to remember the order. So that order is going to be first, outside, inside, last. So make sure you take a moment to write that in your notes. And let's see how we can apply it in our notes. Oh, make sure you have this written too. Oh no, it's already written, so we're going to move on. So, example 6, we're going to go ahead and practice, and just to let you know, we have 2 more practices after this, so we're hammering through this as fast as possible. Alright, so we have 2 binomials. We're going to apply the x to everything that's in this one, and then apply the 1. Same thing with this side. Yep. Yep. And yep. So I want you to see how we took the x and applied it to everything that was in this one, and then we went and took the 1 and we applied it in there. And then we went and got this, but remember, we still have to apply like terms, so our final answer should have been x squared plus 4x plus 3. And then we're going to do it again with the second example that we have here, so x times x, and then x times minus 1, 1 times x, and then 1 times minus 1. So let's see that in action. Yep, yep. Alright. And our final product is going to be x squared minus 1. Why is that? Because this is a minus 1, this is a plus 1. If you owe me $1 and you give me $1, then you owe me no $1, so that becomes x squared minus 1. So, example 7, we have 2x plus 3 times x minus 2, and then our other example is going to be x plus 4 squared. So this, I'm going to get to this in just a second. Let's take a look at this first one. So we're going to apply the 2x to everything that's on the other side, like so. And then we're going to take the 3 and we're going to apply it to the x and then the minus 2. And then we have to combine like terms. There's a negative 4x plus 3x. If you owe me $4 and you give me 3, then you only owe me $1. So our final product should have been 2x squared minus 1x plus 6. Now when we take a look here where it says x plus 4 squared, what we're really going to do is write it out like this, because it's timesing itself. So I really need you to focus on that concept that if you see something that says x plus 4 and it's squared, it's going to be times itself. So x times x is going to be x squared, and then x times 4 is going to be 4x. Then we have 4 times x, so that's going to be another 4x. And then we have 4 times 4 is 16. So there's our 16, but we're not done because we still have these like terms right here. So 4 plus 4 is going to be, right, 8. So x squared plus 8x plus 16 is going to be the final product. Alright, last examples right here. I want you to do these on your own and see how you do. Alright, so let's see how you did. So in our first one, our answer should have been 24m squared plus 13m minus 7. And our other one should have been 30p squared minus 8p minus 64. And again, here's our 4p minus 1 squared, so that means it's going to be times itself. So that's going to look like this first. So you need to make sure that you have this written out on your notes. Again, if you've written in pen, I'm really sorry, you're going to have to do new notes. So after we go ahead and do all that math, we're going to have 16p squared minus 8p plus 1. And then here, this isn't going to be squared because the signs are different, so always remember that. But we go ahead and we do that math and we're left with 16x squared minus 9. And the big reason for that is because of these 3's right here, because you have a minus 3 and a positive 3, which means that that middle term is going to cancel out. So always remember that. So in summary, we need to make sure that we are answering our essential question. I need 2 sentences to answer this, one for each question. So the first question is, how do we multiply polynomials? And what method do we use to multiply 2 binomials? I'm going to give you a hint, and the hint is distribution method, and you need to figure out how to word that into a sentence.